Good afternoon and welcome again to Web Speech Platform. The next several presentations I will be giving on this podcast are short entries and interpretive readings from my book, American Civil War in a Nutshell, which is a children's book about the Civil War, but it's good for adults too. But I will be giving presentations from this, a lot of them, which will be 3 to 5 minutes. And today's presentation from my book is entitled Climax at Fort Sumpter. In the mid-19th century, Harriet Beecher Stowe wrote her famous novel, Uncle Tom's Cabin, which became America's bestseller throughout the entire century. The novel, which painted a very dismal picture of slavery in the South, perpetuated the abolitionist movement in the North. This, of course, put the northern United States and the South at great odds. The issue of slavery, which created a division between the North and the South, came to a head when John Brown, an abolitionist and fanatic, captured an arsenal at Harper's Ferry on October 16th, 1859. In an attempt to put an end to slavery once and for all, his capture of the Harper's Ferry was thwarted the next day by Robert E. Lee and his militia. John Brown was hung for treason on December 2nd, 1859. To a lot of abolitionists, John Brown had become a martyr, and the animosity toward slavery mushroomed in the North. The South, in return, exhibited animosity toward the North and their passion for abolition of slavery in the South. Abraham Lincoln was a man dedicated to the abolition of slavery in the South. When Abraham Lincoln was elected the 16th President of the United States, several southern states seceded from the Union, starting with South Carolina, and they formed the Confederate States of America. Jefferson Davis became the president of the Confederacy, and Richmond, Virginia was the CSA's capital. Now, Fort Sumpter, which was just off the shore of Charleston, South Carolina, was occupied by Union troops during the time there was southern states seceded. At 4:30 a.m. on April 12, 1861, Confederate troops began the bombardment of Fort Sumpter. The Union troops under Major Robert Anderson surrendered the fort to General Beauregard and his Confederate army later that day. Abraham then declared war on the Confederacy, and the American Civil War began. That ends today's short readings from my book, American Civil War in a Nutshell. And I will be back with more later on. But you all have a good afternoon.